In a lush and vibrant forest, beneath towering trees and melodious birdsong, lived a tiny ant with her family. From the very beginning, she was known for being wise, hardworking, and always ahead of the others. While most ants rested, she gathered food. While others waited, she planned for the future. But slowly, something began to change within her. Whenever she saw the peacock spreading his magnificent feathers and dancing proudly, a painful thought crossed her mind. Look at his beauty. Everyone admires him. Why does no one notice me? When she watched the butterfly gliding freely through the air, she sighed. If only I had wings. Why must I spend my life crawling on the ground? Even the squirrel stirred jealousy within her heart, leaping effortlessly from one tree to another in the blink of an eye. Bit by bit, her heart filled with bitterness. The ant who once worked harder than anyone now lagged behind, distracted and gloomy. Food remained ungathered, and her sense of purpose felt lost. Other ants noticed the change and gently asked, "Why do you look so sad these days?" She forced a weak smile, but said nothing. One day, the forest was struck by a fierce storm. Violent winds roared, heavy rain poured down, trees snapped, and rivers overflowed. Chaos spread everywhere. The butterfly's wings became soaked and heavy. She could no longer fly. The squirrel's tree collapsed, leaving him trembling on the wet ground. Even the proud peacock stood helpless, his colorful feathers drenched and useless. But deep underground, the ant colony remained safe. Their carefully built tunnels protected them from the storm. As the tiny ant looked upon the suffering above, something broke inside her. I wasted so much time envying others, she thought. Today, they are the ones in need, and I can help. At that moment, she made a choice. She gathered the ants and spoke firmly. We must help them. Together, we can make a difference. Hundreds of ants marched out in disciplined lines. Some gently carried the exhausted butterfly to dry ground. Others built a warm bed of leaves for the shivering squirrel. A few carefully cleaned the peacock's feathers so he could lift his head again. The forest watched in disbelief. How could such tiny creatures possess such enormous hearts? When the storm passed and sunlight returned, the butterfly, the squirrel, and the peacock came forward to express their gratitude. The peacock bowed and said, "I have never seen a beauty greater than yours." The squirrel whispered, "Today I learned that true strength is not in display, but in service." The butterfly smiled and said, "You may not fly, and you may not shine, but you saved us all. That makes you the greatest." For the first time in her life, the little ant felt proud of who she was. She realized she had always been precious. She had simply forgotten to see it. From that day onward, she stopped comparing herself to others. She understood that every creature has a unique purpose. And when we discover our true strengths and use them to help others, we become truly special. If we see in our life, we will find that jealousy quietly hides our true potential and slows our growth. When we keep comparing ourselves to others, we lose our peace of mind. We begin to doubt our abilities and forget our own strengths. Every person grows at a different pace and shines in a different way. The moment we stop measuring our life against someone else's, we regain clarity, confidence, and direction. True growth begins when we accept who we are and focus on becoming better than yesterday, not better than others.